There is something incredible on the horizon for you. A big miracle is coming your way, and you must prepare yourself. It is already in motion, even if you cannot see it yet. The universe, or whatever you choose to call it, is working on your behalf in ways beyond your comprehension. But the key is in your own awareness, your own belief. You must align your mind with what is coming, for what is coming is nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine the feeling of receiving the miracle you've been waiting for. Picture it in your mind's eye, see it vividly and clearly. Feel the joy, the relief, the gratitude that will flood your heart when it arrives. That feeling, that knowing, is the very energy that brings it into existence. Your belief is the magnetic force that draws it near. What you believe, you bring into reality. Now, I know the world may try to tell you otherwise. The circumstances around you may scream doubt. People may question your dreams, your goals, and your faith. But remember, what is happening outside of you is irrelevant to what is happening within you. You are not bound by the limitations the world tries to place on you. The miracle is not dependent on time or conditions. It is dependent on your unwavering belief that it is already on its way. You must expect it. Expectation is a powerful force. When you expect greatness, when you know that what you desire is already on its way, you begin to notice the small signs, the synchronicities that show you the path. These signs are not coincidences. They are proof that the miracle is real and is already unfolding even now in unseen ways. The more you expect, the more you prepare yourself to receive. Understand that this miracle is not something that will come as a sudden and shocking surprise. It is part of your journey. It is meant for you. It is an answer to the desires and prayers that you have held in your heart for so long. Your mind has already conceived it, and now it will manifest in the physical world. You are simply a conduit for its arrival. You do not need to chase it, for it is already aligned with you. What you need to do is believe, trust, and stay in the state of expectation. The key to bringing the miracle to life is to feel as though it has already arrived, to carry the feeling of the miracle in your heart now. Do not wait for the physical evidence to prove it is coming. Let your faith be the evidence. Let the feeling of the miracle be the proof. You must hold that feeling close, knowing that it is not only possible, but inevitable. There is no need to rush. The miracle will come in divine timing, perfectly aligned with your life's flow. All you need to do is stay connected to the feeling of it, stay connected to the certainty that it is already in motion. You are deserving and you are capable of receiving the greatness that is coming your way. Trust that this moment is the prelude to something greater. Trust that everything that has happened before has led you to this exact moment where the miracle is about to unfold. So get ready, open your heart and mind to the greatness that is about to enter your life. Know that the universe is not working against you, but rather working in your favor. It is preparing a path for you to walk, a path filled with blessings and miracles. Do not let doubt take root. Your miracle is coming, and it is coming for you. Get ready to receive it with open arms and a heart full of gratitude. The best is yet to come. You have been waiting for this moment, this time of transformation, and now it is here. You have asked for a change, a breakthrough, and it is already in motion. The universe is aligning itself with your desires, and the miracle you've been praying for, hoping for, and dreaming about is approaching. Your dreams are about to take shape. Your hopes are about to materialize, and you are on the brink of something extraordinary. But it requires you to stay centered, focused, and aware that this moment is exactly where you are meant to be. You've heard it said that timing is everything, and it is true. What is unfolding right now in your life is the result of the energy you've been radiating, the thoughts you've been holding, and the belief you've been nurturing. It is not an accident or a random twist of fate. This is a divine moment that is taking place in alignment with your desires and your dreams. The miracle you are about to experience has been carefully planned and set in motion long before you even realize it. It is coming to you because you have been ready, because you have aligned yourself with the energy of faith and belief. Your inner world has paved the way for this outward manifestation. There may have been times when doubt crept in, when the world seemed to mock your faith, or when circumstances made you question whether your dreams were ever going to come true. But even in those moments, you were never alone. The universe has always been working in your favor, even when you couldn't see it. The seeds of your desires have been planted, and now the time for growth and harvest is here. There is no more waiting for the right moment, for the perfect condition, for the stars to align. The moment is now, and the miracle is on its way. Your role in this process is simple but profound. You must keep your belief strong and your focus sharp. The power of your mind cannot be underestimated. Every thought you think, every feeling you feel is contributing to the reality that you are living. The energy you radiate is the very energy that attracts what you desire. When you think from the perspective that your miracle is already here, when you feel as though it is already manifested, you are setting the stage for it to arrive. It is not a question of if it will come, but when. And that time is closer than you think. It's time to step into the full knowing of your worth and your power. Your miracle is not reserved for someone else. It is meant for you. It is part of your divine birthright. Everything you have been through, every struggle you've faced, has been leading you to this moment of realization. You are deserving of every blessing that is coming your way, and now it's time to claim it. There is no need for hesitation. You do not need to earn this miracle. You do not need to prove your worthiness. You have already done the work. Now it's time to receive. The journey toward this moment hasn't always been easy, and I know there have been times when you felt lost, confused, or uncertain. But understand that those challenges were not in vain. They were the catalyst for growth, the lessons that prepared you for what is coming. You see, the miracle that is coming into your life is not just about external circumstances changing. It's about the transformation of your inner world. You have been preparing yourself, whether you knew it or not, to step into this next level of abundance, success, love, and peace. And now it's ready to unfold in ways that you might not even fully comprehend yet. But soon, you will look back and see that everything happened for a reason. And that reason is to bring you to this very moment. You may be tempted to look outside yourself for validation, to question whether you are truly deserving, or to fear that your miracle won't happen. Let go of those thoughts. They are not serving you. The world's opinions do not define your reality. What you believe is what shapes your world. You are a powerful being, capable of manifesting the desires of your heart, and when you begin to trust in that power, to trust in the process, you open the door for the universe to bring your miracle into your life. It is already coming, but your belief in its arrival accelerates its manifestation. You might ask, how do you prepare for a miracle? The answer is simple. You prepare by being present. You prepare by acknowledging that you are worthy. You prepare by choosing to believe in the unseen. The miracle will not come to those who doubt, to those who hold on to limiting beliefs or fears. It will come to those who trust in the divine timing of the universe, to those who know that what is meant for them will never pass them by. When you release the need to control, when you stop worrying about the how and when, you open the floodgates for your miracle to flow in. In the quiet moments of your day, take time to connect with that inner knowing. Trust in the stillness. Trust in the power of your thoughts. Your thoughts create your reality. So if you want to see your miracle, you must think as though it is already here. You must feel it in your heart and soul. If you want to see your dream come true, then stop waiting for the outside world to show you evidence. Create the evidence inside. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude as if it has already happened. When you do this, you align yourself with the frequency of the miracle, and it is only a matter of time before it manifests in your physical world. The journey toward receiving your miracle is also about embracing trust. Trust that everything is working out, even if you can't yet see how. Trust that you are on the right path, that every step you take is part of the divine plan. Trust that the universe knows exactly what you need and when you need it. You are not alone in this journey. You are guided, supported, and surrounded by an energy that wants the best for you. Your job is to trust in this process and to remain open to the endless possibilities that await. You are entering a season of miracles, a season where what once seemed impossible is now within your reach. The doors that were once closed to you are opening, and opportunities that seemed out of reach are now yours for the taking. It is time for you to step into the fullness of who you are, to receive the blessings that have been prepared for you. There is no more waiting, no more wondering if it will come. It is already on its way. So, how will you receive it? Will you welcome it with open arms, or will you hesitate, unsure if you are truly worthy? Know this, your miracle is already designed for you, and it will not pass you by. The only thing standing between you and your miracle is your willingness to believe that it is coming, believe that it is already here, and watch as it begins to unfold in your life in ways that are beyond your wildest dreams. You are deserving of every miracle that is on its way to you. You have waited, you have grown, and you have prepared yourself. Now is the time to receive. Be ready, because this miracle will change everything. It will change the way you see yourself, the way you see the world, and the way you experience life. The time is now. You have asked for it, and the universe is answering. Get ready to receive the greatest gift you have ever known. The miracle is coming, and it is coming for you. Your miracle is unfolding as we speak. It's already in motion, gathering energy, coming closer to you with every breath you take. It may not be visible yet, but trust me, it is real. What you've asked for, what you've believed in, is already on its way. It may have seemed like a distant dream at one point, but that dream is becoming your new reality, and it's happening now. The universe does not operate on your timetable. It operates on divine timing, and that timing is always perfect. What you may have considered setbacks, delays, or obstacles were actually necessary steps to get you to the place where you are right now, right at the threshold of your miracle. Every experience you've had, every trial, every triumph, has been part of the design, part of the plan that is leading you to this moment. You may have doubted, you may have feared that your miracle would never arrive, but I assure you it is on its way, and it's bigger, better, and more transformative than you could have ever imagined. Sometimes we get so focused on the details, on the how and when of it all, that we forget one simple truth. The universe is vast, and its ways are beyond our understanding. Your mind cannot comprehend the intricacies of the divine design, the web of interconnected events and energies that are aligning for your highest good. You may feel like you are walking in the dark, unsure of where you're headed, but trust me, you are being led exactly where you need to go. Your miracle is already a part of your path, and as long as you keep moving forward in faith, you will encounter it at the right time, in the right way. Do not let fear or doubt sabotage your belief in the miracle that is coming. Fear is the enemy of faith, and doubt is the thief of manifestation. The more you worry about whether it will happen or not, the more you push it away. Instead, I urge you to surrender to the process. Let go of the need to control the outcome. Let go of the resistance. Your miracle is a gift, not something you must fight for or struggle to earn. It is meant for you, and it will come to you in the perfect way. Right now, there are unseen forces at work in your life, orchestrating the events that will lead to your breakthrough. Trust in those forces. Trust in the divine wisdom that knows what you need and when you need it. The miracle is not just about receiving something external. It is about the shift that happens within you. It is about stepping into a new version of yourself, one who is open, ready, and willing to receive. It is about becoming the person who can fully embrace and appreciate the gift that is coming. When you shift your perception and trust in the process, you begin to see the signs, you begin to notice the synchronicities, the small blessings, the nudges that the universe is sending you. These are not random, they are breadcrumbs on the path to your miracle. Pay attention. Don't dismiss the little moments of magic. Every step, no matter how small, is leading you closer to what you've been asking for. Every moment spent in faith, every moment spent in gratitude, is drawing your miracle nearer. And remember, you are not alone in this process. You are surrounded by an unseen support system, whether you call it the universe, God, or something else. The divine is always by your side, guiding you, protecting you, and sending you the resources you need. You may not always be able to see or understand the full picture, but trust that everything is working for you. Your miracle is not something that just appears out of thin air. It is the result of everything you've been doing to align yourself with your highest self, your deepest desires, and your true purpose. Every prayer you've prayed, every intention you've set has been heard, every thought you've focused on, every vision you've held in your heart has been seen. Now it is time for that vision to take shape in the physical world. And when it arrives, it will feel natural, as though it was always meant to be. It will feel like home because it's part of who you are. Your miracle is not separate from you, it is an extension of you. It is the perfect reflection of your inner world, your beliefs and your desires. What you are about to experience is the manifestation of your faith. It will show you just how powerful you truly are. For when you believe, when you align yourself with the frequency of your desires, you cannot help but attract what you want. The law of attraction is real, and it works for you when you work in harmony with it. Your thoughts create your reality, and now your thoughts are focused on a powerful, life-changing miracle. And it will come. It will come because you have aligned yourself with the divine flow, because you have opened your heart to receive. You are not waiting for the miracle to happen, you are allowing it to unfold. You are not trying to force something to appear, you are allowing the natural flow of life to bring it to you. This is the power of surrender. When you surrender the need for control, when you stop trying to dictate the how and when, you open yourself to the unlimited possibilities that the universe has to offer. You release the limitations of your own mind and allow the divine plan to unfold in its perfect timing. Now you must be vigilant. Vigilant not with your eyes, but with your heart. Keep your heart open. Keep it ready to receive. Keep it free of doubt and fear. Your miracle cannot enter if your heart is closed off or heavy with disbelief. You must trust that the timing is perfect, that everything is falling into place, even when you can't see the full picture. When you trust, you give space for the miracle to manifest. You let go of the resistance, and you allow the universe to do what it does best, bring you exactly what you need when you need it. The next few days, weeks, or months may feel like a time of waiting, but in reality, you are in a time of preparation. The universe is setting everything in motion, aligning people, opportunities, and circumstances that will bring your miracle into your life. Everything is happening right now, behind the scenes, in ways you cannot see or understand. But that's the beauty of it all. Your miracle does not need your help to arrive. All it needs is your belief, your trust, and your readiness to receive. There will be moments of doubt. There will be moments when the world seems to test your faith. But remember this, the greatest miracles often come after the greatest tests. The universe is testing your belief, testing your ability to trust, to stay the course, even when things appear uncertain. Do not let doubt take root. Do not let fear cloud your vision. Your miracle is coming. It is coming for you. All you need to do is stay open, stay aligned, and continue to believe. When it arrives, and it will arrive, you will look back and see that every moment of waiting was worth it. You will see that every struggle, every challenge, every triumph has been a part of this beautiful unfolding. You will know without a shadow of a doubt that you were always meant to experience this miracle, and it will change your life in ways that you cannot yet comprehend. So stay ready, stay in alignment with your desires, keep your heart open, your mind focused, and your soul expectant. Your miracle is coming, and when it arrives, it will be everything you've ever wanted and more. You are standing on the precipice of something magnificent. The life you have been imagining, the dreams you have been nurturing are about to become your reality. It is coming even if it feels distant right now. In the quiet moments when doubt creeps in, remind yourself of this simple truth. Your miracle is already on its way. You do not need to search for it. It is already headed towards you, finding its path to meet you where you are, exactly when you are ready. It is easy to get caught up in the external world, in what appears to be lack or uncertainty, but the external is merely a reflection of your inner state. Your circumstances are temporary, but your faith is permanent. The key to unlocking this miracle lies within you, in your ability to align with the energy of your desires, to trust that what you seek is also seeking you. You are not chasing your miracle, you are becoming the very person who can fully receive it. The universe, God, or the divine intelligence that governs all things knows exactly what you need and when you need it. Your miracle is not a random event, it is a divine appointment, tailored specifically for you. It knows your heart, your dreams, your desires, and the fullness of your potential. You may not yet see how it all fits together, but trust that it is unfolding perfectly. Each moment of your life, every prayer, every act of faith has been a step in the dance that leads to your breakthrough. You have been preparing for this moment, even if you are not fully aware of how. Your readiness is key. Are you ready to step into the fullness of your blessing? The miracle that is on its way to you does not always look like what you expect. Often we envision our miracles in specific forms, perhaps a financial windfall, a new job, a relationship, or health restoration. But the truth is, miracles come in many forms, some of which you may not yet recognize. A miracle is not always an event or a thing. Sometimes it is the quiet shift in your heart, the change in your perception, or the realization that you are more than enough. Sometimes the miracle is the transformation of your mindset, your ability to let go and to trust in the divine process. The shift from fear to faith is a miracle in itself, and it opens the door for more to follow. Your miracle is also not something that happens to you from the outside. It is an inner experience, an awakening. You are about to experience a change in the way you view the world. You are going to begin seeing everything in a new light. Opportunities that were once hidden, doors that were once closed, will now open before you. The universe will begin to rearrange itself in alignment with your deepest desires. But for that to happen, you must be willing to let go of your need for control. You must trust that the divine timing will align everything in perfect harmony. In the moments when you feel yourself wavering, when fear tries to take root in your heart, remember that fear is simply a false belief, a shadow cast by the light of your true self. Fear cannot exist in the presence of unwavering faith. You are the creator of your reality, and your thoughts have the power to shape the world around you. You must claim your power. Do not allow doubt to cloud your vision. Even in moments of uncertainty, hold firm to the truth that what is meant for you will find its way to you. Your miracle is not dependent on external factors, but on your belief, your faith, and your willingness to trust in what you cannot yet see. There will be times when the road seems unclear. You might feel as though you're walking through a fog, not knowing which direction to go. But even in these moments of uncertainty, know that you are not lost. The path is being illuminated step by step. Trust the process, even when you cannot see the full picture. The light of your faith will guide you, and you will know when it is time to take that next step, even if it seems uncertain. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your miracle. Let go of the burden of figuring out how. The how is not your concern. The universe knows the way. Your job is to remain open, to stay in a place of expectancy, and to keep your heart aligned with the belief that your miracle is already on its way. The energy you send out into the world is a signal to the universe that you are ready. The more you align with this energy of readiness, the quicker your miracle will manifest. Believe that it is already on its way even before you see any physical evidence. Faith is the key that unlocks the door to your miracle. It is time to release the old stories you've been telling yourself. The stories of limitation, of fear, and of doubt must go. Your past does not define you. Your past has prepared you, but it does not dictate your future. You are a new creation, capable of receiving new blessings, new miracles. The old ways of thinking and being are falling away, and in their place is a new you. Someone who is open, ready, and worthy of every good thing that is coming their way. Step into this new version of yourself with confidence. Know that you are capable of receiving all that the universe has for you. Miracles are not just about receiving what you want, but also about becoming more fully aligned with who you truly are. The more you connect with your inner self, the more you open yourself to the divine flow of blessings that is your birthright. You are not separate from the miracle you desire, you are one with it. The more you step into your authentic self, the more miracles you will attract. This is the power of self-belief. When you truly know who you are, you can never be shaken by external circumstances. You stand firm in the knowing that your miracle is already on its way. Sometimes it may feel like your miracle is taking longer than expected, but rest assured the timing is always perfect. What may seem like a delay is actually the universe working behind the scenes, aligning everything in your favor. Trust that everything is unfolding in divine order. The miracle is not late, it is right on time. You are right where you need to be. And when the time is right, when everything is in perfect alignment, your miracle will appear in a way that exceeds your expectations. As you wait for your miracle to manifest, continue to focus on gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful magnet that draws more good things into your life. Be grateful for the journey, for the lessons learned, for the small blessings that already surround you. As you practice gratitude, you begin to open the door for even greater blessings to flow into your life. The more you express thanks for what you have, the more you make room for the miracle that is coming your way. The universe is abundant. There is no lack, no scarcity, only infinite possibility. There is more than enough for everyone, and your miracle is a part of that abundance. It is not just for someone else, it is for you, and it is coming. The more you believe in the abundance of the universe, the more you will see it reflected in your life. Your miracle is already in the flow, and as you align with that flow, it will come to you effortlessly. Remember, this miracle is not a one-time event. It is the beginning of a new way of being. Once you experience this miracle, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that more miracles are possible. You will see that the universe always has a way of working things out for you. You will begin to expect miracles, and in doing so, you will continue to receive them over and over again. This is not just about receiving something material or external. It is about shifting into a new state of being, a state of limitless possibility, of unwavering belief, and of infinite abundance. Your miracle is just the beginning of a life filled with blessings. It is the first of many. And as you continue to believe, as you continue to trust in the process, more and more will come. The miracle is coming, and it is going to change everything. Stay open, stay aligned, stay expectant. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and it will not let you down. Keep your heart open and your faith strong. You are about to experience the miracle of a lifetime. It's coming for you. The universe is always conspiring to bring you the very best. It is not a random force or a distant power. It is the infinite intelligence, working with you, alongside you, to create the life you are destined for. You are not alone in this. You are an active participant in the unfolding of your miracle. Your thoughts, your feelings, your belief systems are all part of the creation process. The moment you begin to recognize the power within you, the moment you align with your highest self, you will begin to see just how truly powerful you are in manifesting the life you want. Your miracle is not only a product of your external world, but a manifestation of your inner transformation. It is about who you are becoming, not just what you are receiving. The world outside of you is merely a reflection of your inner state. And right now you are vibrating with the energy of possibility. The more you tune into this energy, the more you are aligning with your miracle. Do not be distracted by the seeming chaos or challenges that may be around you. These are just temporary experiences. Your miracle is not dependent on your circumstances, but on your alignment with the divine. The divine does not operate based on your external conditions, but on your faith and your willingness to trust in the unseen. What you cannot yet see with your physical eyes is being prepared for you in the spiritual realm, and soon it will manifest in your physical world. Trust that it is being done. Trust that it is already on its way. This miracle is not just for you, it is for all the people around you too. When you experience your miracle, it will not only change your life, but it will ripple out and touch the lives of others. The light that you receive, the abundance that comes into your life, will have a far-reaching impact. Your transformation, your breakthrough, is not just about personal gain. It is about creating a life that is filled with love, peace, and prosperity for all. As you embrace this miracle, you will become a beacon of hope for others. You will become the proof that miracles are real, that anything is possible, and that the divine truly does work in mysterious ways. The key to receiving your miracle is to allow yourself to be fully open. You cannot block the flow of blessings by holding on to limiting beliefs or fears. You must let go of the need to control the outcome. Surrender to the process, knowing that your miracle is already in the works. The more you try to force things to happen, the more you resist the flow of the universe. But when you release the need for control, when you surrender to the divine timing, that's when things begin to unfold in ways that surpass your imagination. Your ability to trust is paramount. You must trust in the divine intelligence that governs the universe. This trust allows you to release fear and doubt. It gives you the peace to rest assured that what is meant for you will not pass you by. It is impossible for your miracle to be late. It is already on its way. Even when you cannot see it or feel it, it is there. Trust that the universe is working tirelessly on your behalf, aligning every detail, orchestrating every event to ensure that your miracle arrives at the perfect time. The energy you send out into the world is the energy you will receive. If you send out energy of doubt, fear, or lack, you will continue to attract experiences that mirror those feelings. But when you send out energy of hope, trust, and expectation, you will draw those same qualities into your life. Begin to expect miracles. Begin to expect blessings. The more you expect, the more you will receive. It is the law of attraction at work. It is not just a theory, it is the universal law that governs all things. What you focus on expands. So, focus on the good, on the possibilities, on the miracles that are on their way to you. You are a magnet for your desires. Everything you need is already within you. You are not waiting for the perfect circumstances to manifest your desires. You are creating them from within. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every emotion you feel is shaping your reality. So choose to believe in your miracle. Choose to believe that it is already done. Choose to believe that everything you desire is on its way to you right now. Even if you cannot see the path, know that it is being laid before you. Every moment, every step you take is guiding you closer to the manifestation of your miracle. Trust in the process, trust in the journey, and trust in the divine plan that is unfolding. There is no need to rush. The more you rush, the more you resist. So slow down, breathe, and trust that everything is happening in its perfect time. Your miracle is coming, and it is worth the wait. Allow yourself to dream bigger. Do not limit the scope of your miracle based on your current circumstances. Your miracle is not confined by what you can see right now. It is not limited by your current situation or your present resources. The universe operates in limitless abundance. There are no boundaries to what is possible. So dream big. Imagine the life you want to live without hesitation or doubt. You are capable of creating it. You are worthy of experiencing it. Your miracle is waiting for you to claim it. Every prayer, every affirmation, every thought of gratitude is bringing you closer to your miracle. You are already in the process of creating it. You are already in the process of receiving it. Even when it seems like nothing is happening, know that the universe is working behind the scenes to align everything for you. Sometimes the breakthrough happens in the quiet moments, when everything seems still. Trust that the universe is never inactive. It is always working, always moving, always creating. The greatest gift you can give yourself as you await your miracle is to remain in a state of peace. Peace is the highest vibration. When you are in peace, you are in alignment with the divine flow. Peace attracts miracles. It creates space for the miracle to unfold. When you are at peace, you are no longer fighting or struggling. You are no longer resisting what is. You are simply allowing the miracle to come to you in its perfect form and timing. Let go of the how and embrace the what. Don't worry about the details. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. The universe knows how. Your job is to remain open, to remain in faith, to remain in trust. The universe will bring you what you need in the most miraculous and unexpected ways. Keep your heart open to the possibilities, and the possibilities will keep opening up to you. Even in the moments when you feel like giving up, remember this: your miracle is just around the corner. It is closer than you think. The breakthrough is imminent. Your faith is moving mountains, and everything you have been praying for is already in motion. Keep going, keep believing, and keep expecting the best. The miracle you have been waiting for is on its way, and it is going to change everything. The universe is not holding anything back from you. It is your birthright to live a life full of miracles. Everything that you desire is already yours. It is already done. All you have to do is step into it, receive it, and allow it to flow into your life. Your miracle is not a matter of if, but when. And that when is coming faster than you realize. Keep your faith strong, your heart open, and your mind focused on the good that is already flowing your way. Your miracle is here. It is happening right now. You are ready to receive it. Keep trusting, keep believing, and watch as the universe brings you everything you have ever dreamed of. Your miracle is coming, and it is bigger, brighter, and more magnificent than you could ever imagine. Stay ready, stay open. Your time has come. Your belief is the driving force behind the miracle you are about to experience. The power to create, to manifest, to transform your life is within you. You do not need to wait for external circumstances to change. The miracle is not coming from outside of you, but from within. It is the belief you hold, the energy you emit, and the love you radiate that will attract everything you desire. It's about knowing with unwavering certainty that what you desire is already on its way, and it's closer than you realize. You must become so certain of your own power that nothing in the external world can shake you. The world may try to distract you, to make you doubt, to pull you away from the truth of who you are. But if you remain focused on the fact that your miracle is coming, if you stand firm in your belief, nothing can prevent it from manifesting. Every moment you spend in doubt or fear is a moment you waste in the creation process. Let go of doubt. Let go of worry. Allow yourself to step into the flow of abundance and possibility that is available to you at every moment. When you truly understand this, you realize that the world is full of endless opportunities and miracles. The only limitation that exists is the one you place on yourself. You must release all ideas of scarcity or lack. There is more than enough for you. There is an infinite amount of good in the world, and it is all available to you. There is no shortage of love, success, health, or prosperity. There is an abundance of miracles waiting for you to open your heart to them. When you let go of the limiting beliefs that have held you back, you will experience the miracle of limitless possibilities. You are not here by chance. You are not an accident. You are a purposeful creation, meant to experience all the joy, love, and success that life has to offer. You are deserving of the miracle that is coming your way. It is your birthright to be happy, to be healthy, to live in abundance. The universe has already prepared your miracle. It has been waiting for you to awaken to its power, to recognize that you are the creator of your own reality. Every time you affirm your desires, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Every time you visualize your dreams coming true, you are creating the path for them to unfold. Your imagination is a tool of creation. The more vividly you can imagine the life you want, the closer you are to seeing it manifest in the physical realm. It's not about wishing or hoping, but about knowing that it is already done in the spiritual realm and that you are now stepping into its manifestation. What you imagine, what you believe, what you feel, these are the things that will bring your miracle into being. Do not underestimate the power of your mind. The thoughts you think are not just passing moments. They are powerful forces that shape your life. Every thought carries energy, and every thought creates a reality. The more you think positively, the more you believe in your miracle, the more you align with the vibration of your desires. In the midst of your daily life, when you begin to feel disconnected or unsure, come back to your center. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and remember that all of your desires are already on their way to you. You are a magnet, attracting all that you seek. The universe is working with you in harmony to bring your desires into physical form. It is not a matter of waiting for something to happen, it's a matter of recognizing that it has already been done. It is a matter of becoming aware that the miracle is already on its way and that you are the one responsible for bringing it to life through your thoughts, your words, and your actions. The miracle you seek is already in motion. It is not somewhere out there far in the future. It is already within you in the present moment. Every thought you have is contributing to the shaping of your future. Every belief you hold is creating the path to your miracle. Your mind is the canvas and the universe is the artist, painting the picture of your life with every thought you think. So think thoughts of abundance, of love, of success. Think thoughts of gratitude for all that is already on its way to you. In doing so, you will draw your miracle even closer. Sometimes you may feel as if the miracle is far off, as if it is out of reach. But in those moments, remember that it is not your job to figure out how it will happen. Your job is to believe, to trust, and to remain open. The how is not for you to determine. It is the domain of the universe. The universe knows how to deliver your miracle in the most beautiful, unexpected ways. Trust that it will happen in divine timing. Trust that it will come when you are ready to receive it. And trust that it is already unfolding even when you cannot see it yet. The waiting period can sometimes be the most challenging. You may feel impatient or frustrated, but in those moments, remember that the universe is working behind the scenes. It is aligning people, events, and opportunities in your favor. What you cannot see is just as important as what you can see. Trust that everything is falling into place, even if it appears otherwise. Your faith is what will carry you through. Your unwavering belief in your miracle will bring it to fruition. You must also release all fears of failure or disappointment. These fears will only create resistance and block the flow of your miracle. Know that there is no failure in the universe. Every experience, every step along the way is part of the journey that leads you to your miracle. Even when things do not go according to plan, trust that it is part of the process. Sometimes the universe needs to rearrange things to bring you something even better than you had imagined. You are being guided every step of the way. The more you trust, the more you will feel the presence of this guidance. You are never alone. You are always being supported, even when you cannot see the evidence of it. Your miracle is being delivered with love, and you are deserving of it. Your heart is the key to receiving it. Open your heart wide and allow the miracle to flow into your life. It is already yours. You have only to claim it. When you wake up every morning, remind yourself that you are a magnet for miracles. Know that this day will bring you one step closer to your desires. Stay in the energy of gratitude, and you will see how the universe begins to open up to you. Every moment is a gift, a chance for you to align with the miracle that is coming your way. The more grateful you are, the more you will attract. And as you continue to live in gratitude, you will begin to see how your life is transforming, how your desires are manifesting in ways you could not have imagined. Your miracle is waiting for you to step into it. It is waiting for you to recognize that you are worthy of it, that you are capable of receiving it. It is waiting for you to align with the energy of possibility and allow yourself to believe in the greatness that lies within you. The moment you do this, the moment you accept your worth, your power, and your divinity, the miracle will unfold before your eyes. You are ready. Your miracle is ready. The universe is ready. All that remains is for you to fully embrace what is coming your way. Trust that it is already in the process of manifestation. Your miracle is on its way. You are closer than you think. Open your heart, open your mind, and open your life to the miracle that is unfolding. It is already yours, and it is just waiting for you to claim it. Stay ready, stay in faith, and watch as the universe delivers everything you have dreamed of. Your miracle is coming. It is already on its way. You must understand that you are not waiting for the miracle to come. It is already here. And everything that you've desired, every vision you've held in your heart has already been planted in the fertile soil of your consciousness. All you need to do is trust the process and believe in the unseen. The universe responds to your faith, and it is constantly rearranging itself to match your internal state. If you are aligned with your vision, if you believe wholeheartedly in the miracle, it must manifest. It cannot be otherwise. The universe is always in harmony with your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. At this very moment, your miracle is already unfolding. You may not see it yet with your physical eyes, but know that everything is being orchestrated behind the scenes. The people you need to meet, the opportunities that will present themselves, the resources you require, all of it is already in motion. It is as if you are walking down a path that has already been paved, and as you take each step, new doors open, new connections are made, and everything falls into place. The miracle is closer than you realize. Do not measure time by the clock or by the calendar. Time is irrelevant in the realm of creation. What matters is your state of mind. Your belief in the miracle is the key that unlocks its manifestation. It is your faith that allows the miracle to emerge into your life. When you hold your vision firmly in your heart, the universe has no choice but to match it. It is an immutable law. What you believe, you receive. What you expect, you will experience. You are the creator of your reality, and what you create with your mind and heart will always come to fruition. In moments of doubt or uncertainty, remind yourself that the universe is always working for your good. It is never against you. Every challenge, every obstacle, every seemingly difficult moment is simply part of the process of transformation. It is part of the refining process that prepares you to receive the miracle you have been waiting for. You are being prepared for the abundance that is coming your way, for the life that you have envisioned. Every step, every twist, every turn is designed to bring you closer to your desired outcome. Trust that this is the case, and you will feel a deep sense of peace in knowing that all is well. Let go of any lingering fears or doubts about your worthiness. You are more than deserving of every good thing that is coming your way. You are worthy of the miracle. You are worthy of the success. You are worthy of the love, the health, the prosperity, and the peace that you have been praying for. The universe does not discriminate. It gives to all who are open to receiving. You must now open yourself to the infinite possibilities that exist. Let go of the belief that you are not enough. You are more than enough. You are a powerful creator, and you have the power to shape your reality in the image of your highest dreams. As you begin to trust the process more fully, you will notice the synchronicities in your life. You will start to see signs that you are on the right path. You will begin to feel the energy of your desires drawing closer to you. Every day you will notice the universe sending you little nudges, little signs that remind you that everything is aligning in your favor. It could be a conversation you overhear, a book you pick up, a message you receive. These are all signs that the miracle is coming, that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your dreams to life. The more you notice these synchronicities, the more you will strengthen your faith. You will come to realize that nothing in your life is by chance. Every moment, every experience, every person you encounter is part of the divine plan that is unfolding for you. It is all leading you to the miracle you seek. Trust the signs, trust the messages, trust that the universe is always guiding you toward your highest good. One of the most important things to remember is that the miracle is not outside of you. It is not something that you need to chase or grasp. The miracle is within you. It is your birthright. The moment you align with it internally, the universe will bring it to you in the most perfect and natural way. There is no effort required. All that is needed is for you to believe. Believe that it is possible, believe that it is already happening, and believe that you deserve it. As you continue to focus on your desires, you will start to see them manifest in subtle ways. It might begin with small shifts, small changes that may seem insignificant at first, but do not overlook these signs. They are the beginnings of something much larger. As you continue to trust and believe, those small shifts will grow into bigger and more tangible manifestations. The key is to keep your focus on the desired outcome while letting go of any attachment to how it will come. The how is not your job, it is the universe's job. Your job is to believe and remain open to receiving. Sometimes you may experience moments of frustration. You may feel as though things are not moving as quickly as you would like, or you may be tempted to question whether it will ever come. But in these moments, remember that the universe has its own perfect timing. Just because you do not see immediate results does not mean that nothing is happening. The universe is always at work. The miracle is already on its way. It is just waiting for you to align with it, to be ready to receive it in the most perfect moment. As you stay in the energy of faith, gratitude, and trust, you will begin to see your miracle unfold in ways that will surprise and delight you. It will come in ways you could never have imagined, with divine timing and perfect precision. Trust that everything is happening exactly as it should. Even if it doesn't make sense in the moment, trust that it is part of the grand plan that is unfolding for your highest good. Your miracle is not something that is far off in the future. It is already here in this very moment. All you need to do is recognize it. It is already within you, waiting to be released. It is ready to manifest, ready to emerge into your life. You are the one who has been creating it all along, and now it is time for you to claim it. You are ready. You are deserving. The universe is ready. Your miracle is already on its way, and it is closer than you think. It is time to step into your power. It is time to embrace your worthiness. It is time to believe that everything you have ever wanted is already yours. The universe has heard your prayers, it has received your desires, and it is now preparing to deliver them to you in ways beyond your wildest dreams. The miracle is coming. You are about to experience the magic that you have been waiting for. Stay ready, stay open, and know that the universe is delivering everything you have ever wanted. Your miracle is coming. The doors are opening. The path is being cleared. Everything is aligning perfectly. Trust in this process. Trust in your power. Trust in the abundance that is already on its way. It is happening now. The miracle is on its way. Keep believing, keep trusting, keep knowing that it is already yours. It is happening. It is unfolding. Your miracle is coming. As you stand at the threshold of this magnificent transformation, remember that everything you have dreamed of is already making its way to you. The miracle you seek is not distant. It is already within your reach, waiting for you to fully embrace it. Your faith, your trust, and your belief are the keys that will unlock the doors to a new reality, one filled with abundance, love, and endless possibilities. Do not waver in your belief, no matter the challenges or setbacks you may encounter. Know that these are but stepping stones on the path to your greatness. Keep your vision clear, your heart open, and your mind focused on the truth, that everything is unfolding in divine timing. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and you are worthy of all the blessings that are coming your way. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust that the miracle is already here. Your life is about to change in ways you never imagined, and it will all come together beautifully. The miracle is coming. Stay ready and watch as it manifests right before your eyes. The greatest secret of creation lies not in struggle, nor in desperate pursuit, but in a quiet, effortless surrender. Most believe that to attain their deepest desires they must chase, toil, and labor endlessly. They believe manifestation requires force, yet they fail to see the unseen law of life, relaxation. In relaxation, the mind becomes a fertile ground where all seeds of desire take root. The one who understands this principle ceases to wrestle with reality and instead steps into the effortless flow of creation, where dreams materialize as naturally as the rising of the sun. True manifestation does not come from anxious thoughts or restless striving, but from a deep inner knowing, a calm expectation that what is desired is already so. The power that brings all things into being does not respond to force, it responds to faith, to the stillness that knows beyond doubt. When you relax, you allow the unseen forces to move. When you relax, you step into the realm where all things are already done. But how does this work? Why does relaxation hold the key to everything you desire? There is a space between thoughts, a quiet realm where all creation begins. It is in this space that the formless takes form, where the unseen becomes seen, and where desires slip effortlessly from imagination into reality. Yet most people fill this space with worry, fear, and doubt, unaware that these are the very barriers keeping their desires from them. The moment you release tension, the moment you let go of frantic effort, you enter the sacred state where all things are possible. Consider the artist who paints with ease, the musician who plays without strain, the writer who lets words flow like a river. It is never in tension that mastery is found, but in a state of complete surrender to the process. The same law governs manifestation. The one who relaxes into the certainty of their wish fulfilled moves mountains without lifting a finger. The one who rests in the awareness that all things are already his finds doors opening where once there were walls. Most people do not trust the power of ease. They have been taught that struggle is noble, that effort is the key, that to manifest one's desires one must fight against the currents of life. But the universe is not moved by struggle, it is moved by belief. And belief is never found in tension, it is found in deep, quiet confidence. The ocean does not strive to reach the shore, the sun does not strain to rise in the morning, and the flower does not wrestle with the earth to bloom. Each follows the law of its nature, effortlessly unfolding into what it was always meant to be. Your desires are not things to be chased, but things to be accepted. They are not outside of you waiting to be seized, but within you waiting to be realized. And realization comes through relaxation. Imagine a man who desires wealth. He spends his days consumed with thoughts of lack, his nights filled with restless longing, his actions driven by fear that he may never have enough. He believes he is manifesting, but in truth he is pushing his desire further away. Why? Because he is living in the state of one who does not have. Now, picture another man. He has the same desire, but instead of striving, he relaxes into the knowing that wealth is already his. He sees himself as abundant, feels the reality of it within, and trusts that all will unfold as it should. He does not chase, he attracts. He does not force, he allows. And soon opportunities arise, ideas come, and circumstances shift to reflect his inner state. He has done nothing but assume the feeling of his wish fulfilled, and the world reshapes itself to match. This is the law at work. You do not manifest by fighting for what you want, but by becoming the one who already has it. And you cannot become that person through anxiety, through stress, through desperate longing. You become it through inner stillness, through deep relaxation, through the quiet conviction that all is already done. Think of a seed planted in the earth. Once it is placed in the soil, there is no need to dig it up each day to see if it has begun to sprout. The gardener does not fret, does not worry, does not beg the seed to grow. He trusts. He waters, he waits, and he allows nature to take its course. The same is true for your desires. Once you have imagined them, once you have felt them real, your only task is to rest in the certainty that they are on their way. But what does it mean to truly relax? It is not the passivity of indifference, nor is it the stagnation of inaction. To relax is to dwell in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It is to walk as though your desires are already a reality, to think and speak from the perspective of one who possesses all they have asked for. It is to let go of the how and trust in the unseen hand that moves all things into perfect place. Doubt is the only thing that delays manifestation, and doubt is born from a mind that cannot be still. a mind that questions, that fears, that demands proof before belief. But proof does not come before belief. Belief is the force that calls proof into existence. The moment you relax into your vision, the moment you accept it as true without needing to see it first, the wheels of creation begin to turn. There is no exception to this law. The one who relaxes will always receive. The one who trusts will always see evidence unfold. It does not matter how grand the desire, how distant it may seem, how impossible it may appear. The universe does not measure difficulty. It only responds to states of being. And the state of being that calls forth all things is one of ease, one of peace, one of unwavering trust. Have you ever noticed that the things you manifest effortlessly are the ones you care the least about? The small desires that seem insignificant come with no struggle because there is no resistance, no tension, no questioning. You think of them lightly and they appear as if by magic. But the moment you place great importance on something, the moment you begin to obsess over it, fear losing it, and wonder when it will come, you create a barrier that keeps it at bay. This is why relaxation is the master key. It removes resistance, dissolves doubt, and opens the door for all that you seek. It is not your effort that brings things to you. It is your ability to rest in the knowing that they are already yours. If you could simply let go of worry, if you could cease all mental struggle and surrender to the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you would be astonished at how swiftly life rearranges itself in your favor. The answers you seek would come, the opportunities you long for would present themselves, and the people, circumstances, and resources required for your manifestation would align effortlessly. You have spent too long believing in difficulty. You have been conditioned to think that only through struggle can great things be achieved. But the greatest secret has always been this: relax, and you will manifest anything you desire. The nature of reality is far simpler than you have been led to believe. You have been conditioned to see life as a series of challenges, to believe that only through tireless effort and ceaseless labor can anything be attained. But all around you, there is evidence that the greatest things in life emerge not through struggle, but through a natural unfolding. Look at the trees. They do not force themselves to grow. They simply absorb the nourishment given to them and expand in due time. The rivers do not battle against their path. They simply flow. And in that effortless flow, they carve canyons and shape landscapes. The same principle applies to the manifestation of your desires. The more you struggle, the more resistance you create. The more you allow, the more life conforms to your vision. There is nothing unnatural about the process of manifestation. It is not something reserved for the few, not a mysterious power possessed by the enlightened alone. It is as natural as breathing, as constant as the beating of your heart. But just as one can disrupt the rhythm of breath by overthinking, just as one can disturb the stillness of water by frantic movement, so too can the natural unfolding of your desires be hindered by your own restless mind. The more you grasp at what you want, the more it eludes you. The more you relax, the more effortlessly it comes. Consider a person who desires love. They long for a relationship, for companionship, for the deep connection of another soul. But instead of resting in the certainty that love is theirs, they worry. They fear being alone. They analyze every interaction. They question whether they are worthy. In doing so, they send out a signal of lack, a message to the unseen forces that they do not yet possess what they seek. Their anxiety keeps love at a distance, not because love is unavailable, but because they have not allowed themselves to become the person who already has it. Love does not come to the desperate, it is drawn to the fulfilled. The one who is at peace with themselves, who feels the joy of love within before it appears without, is the one to whom love effortlessly gravitates. The same is true of wealth. Many desire financial abundance, yet they live in a constant state of lack. They check their bank accounts with anxiety, they worry about expenses, they chase money with the fear that it may slip away. And in doing so, they affirm their own poverty. They are not living in the state of wealth, they are living in the state of lack. But wealth is not a thing to be chased, it is a state to be assumed. The moment one relaxes into the feeling of abundance, the moment they see themselves as already possessing what they desire, Their external world reshapes itself to reflect that inner truth. There is an unseen intelligence that governs all things, a force that responds not to effort but to certainty. This is why children manifest so effortlessly. They do not question, they do not doubt, they do not overanalyze. When a child imagines themselves as a hero, as an adventurer, as anything at all, they believe it completely. They do not concern themselves with how it will happen. They simply know it to be so in their hearts. And because they have not yet been taught to fear, to doubt, to struggle, their desires often come with ease. They have not yet learned to stand in their own way. You have spent years building barriers against your own power. You have been taught that life is difficult, that only through struggle can you achieve, that your desires are distant and must be pursued with relentless effort. But none of this is true. Your desires are already yours, already present in the unseen realm, waiting only for your acceptance. The only thing keeping them from you is your own unwillingness to let go, to trust, to relax into the knowing that they are already done. Think of the moments in your life when things have flowed effortlessly, when opportunities arose without struggle, when answers came without force. These were the moments when you were in alignment, when you were not grasping, when you were simply being. Perhaps it was a time when you were fully immersed in joy, when you were so at peace that everything you desired seemed to come to you without effort. This was no accident. It was a glimpse into the natural state of manifestation, the state in which all things come easily, because there is no resistance, no fear, no doubt to block the flow. The key is to live in that state always, to remain in a place of deep inner calm, where you do not need to see physical proof before you believe. The moment you require evidence, you are placing your faith in the external world, instead of in the creative power within you. But creation does not work from the outside in, it works from the inside out. What you accept as true in your inner world will always be reflected in the outer. You do not need to force yourself to believe. You do not need to struggle to convince yourself of your desires. You only need to relax, to let go of the mental tension that keeps them at bay. How do you feel when you know something is certain? There is no stress, no worry, no questioning. There is only ease. This is the state you must cultivate, the state of knowing that what you desire is already yours. Some may say, but I have tried to believe, I have tried to relax, and yet my desires have not come. And to this the answer is simple. You have not truly let go. You have not fully stepped into the feeling of having. You are still waiting for the world to show you proof before you accept it as real. But the world does not show you proof first. You must assume it before you see it. You must embody the feeling of already having. And when you do, reality has no choice but to align with that assumption. Imagine for a moment that your desire has already been fulfilled. How would you feel? How would you think, act, and move through life if you already had what you long for? Would you be anxious? Would you be desperate? Or would you be at peace, knowing that all is well? That is the state you must live in, not just for a fleeting moment, but consistently, effortlessly. And you can only do this by relaxing, by surrendering all need to control, by trusting that the unseen is just as real as the seen. Nothing is withheld from you except what you refuse to claim. The universe is not keeping your desires from you, it is waiting for you to accept them. And acceptance does not come through struggle, through forcing yourself to believe, through grasping at every technique and method. Acceptance comes through stillness, through inner peace, through the quiet certainty that what you seek is already yours. You may wonder, how long must I wait? How long must I remain in this state before my desires appear? But the question itself reveals doubt, and doubt is the very thing that delays. The one who is truly relaxed does not ask when, does not concern themselves with time. They know it is already done, and in that knowing, time becomes irrelevant. If you could only understand how effortlessly life is meant to flow, you would never again allow yourself to fall into struggle. You would never again entertain thoughts of lack, of doubt, of fear. You would walk through life with the ease of one who knows that all things are already his, and in that ease you would find the world reshaping itself to reflect your certainty. You have spent enough time fighting against the current. You have spent enough time believing in difficulty, in struggle, in limitation. But now you are being called to remember the truth, that all you desire is already yours, that you do not need to chase, that you do not need to force, that you only need to relax, and in that relaxation, all things will come to you effortlessly. The moment you truly understand this, everything in your life will change. You will no longer live in a state of waiting, no longer measure time by how long it takes for things to appear. You will no longer wonder whether your desires will manifest, because you will know with absolute certainty that they already exist in the unseen and are only waiting for the right moment to be revealed. This is the greatest freedom, to walk through life unbothered by circumstances, untouched by delays, unmoved by appearances. The one who masters this state moves through the world with an effortless grace, for they know that nothing is missing, nothing is lacking, and all things are unfolding in divine perfection. Think of the air you breathe. You do not question whether there will be enough air for you. You do not wake up each morning in fear that you may run out of breath. You trust without effort that the air is always available. You inhale and exhale without thinking, without forcing, without worrying about how it happens. And because you do not resist, your breathing remains natural, easy, uninterrupted. But imagine if you began to doubt the air, if you started to worry that your next breath may not come. What would happen? You would struggle, you would gasp, you would feel as though you were suffocating, even though the air is still there. The struggle would not come from the air disappearing, but from your own resistance. This is how most people approach manifestation. They do not trust that their desires are already present. They do not allow themselves to breathe easily in the knowledge that what they seek is already theirs. Instead, they worry, they grasp, they doubt, and in doing so they create resistance. The struggle they feel is not because their desires are far away. It is because they are suffocating themselves with their own disbelief. But the moment they relax, the moment they release all doubt, they find that what they longed for was always within reach. It has never been about effort. It has always been about alignment. The one who understands this stops chasing, stops trying, stops exhausting themselves with endless methods and techniques. They simply step into the state of already having, and in that state they become magnetic. Everything they once pursued now pursues them. Everything they once struggled to attain now arrives with ease. They do not have to force doors open. Doors open before them because they are walking in the assumption that they belong there. You have been taught to believe in effort, in hard work, in the idea that success and fulfillment require sacrifice. But those who manifest with ease do not live by these principles. They live by faith, by inner knowing, by the deep, quiet certainty that the world must conform to their assumptions. And it always does. It always has. The only thing that has ever delayed your desires is your own disbelief, your own unwillingness to accept what is already yours. The person who desires health but constantly worries about illness affirms sickness, not wellness. The one who desires wealth but feels anxious about money affirms lack, not abundance. The one who longs for love but fears rejection affirms loneliness, not connection. This is the great paradox. What you focus on with doubt and fear you push away, but what you accept as already true without resistance comes effortlessly. You do not need to control the external world. You do not need to manipulate circumstances, convince others, or force things to happen. Your only work is to align internally, to enter the state of already having, and to rest in that state with complete faith. The world will take care of the rest. There is no need to concern yourself with how your desires will come. The mind, conditioned by the limitations of logic, always wants to know the steps, the methods, the precise chain of events that will lead to fulfillment. But manifestation does not work through logic, it works through alignment. The moment you assume that what you seek is already yours, reality begins rearranging itself in ways beyond your comprehension. People, opportunities, and circumstances shift in ways that seem miraculous, yet they are only the natural response to your state of being. Think back to times when things have fallen into place without effort, when solutions appeared seemingly out of nowhere, when the right people arrived at the right time. These moments were not coincidences. They were glimpses of how reality always works when you are in alignment. When you are relaxed, when you are at peace, when you are certain, life flows in your favor. But the moment you introduce doubt, the moment you begin to question whether things will work out, you disrupt the flow and create unnecessary struggle. What would happen if you decided right now that everything you desire is already yours? What if you no longer worried, no longer questioned, no longer felt the need to force anything? What if you walked through life with the quiet confidence of one who already possesses all they have ever wanted? The answer is simple. Your world would transform. Not in the distant future, not in some far-off time, but now. Because reality is always a reflection of your state of being. The moment you shift internally, everything around you must shift to match. But most people do not trust this. They look at their circumstances and allow what they see to dictate what they believe. They wait for proof before they feel secure, not realizing that proof only appears after belief is established. The ones who manifest effortlessly are those who do not need to see first. They believe first, and because they believe, they see. You may say, but I have tried to believe, I have tried to feel as though my desires are already mine, but nothing has changed. And if this is the case, it is only because you have not truly let go. Somewhere within you are still doubting, still questioning, still waiting for evidence before you fully accept. But the moment you truly surrender, the moment you relax so deeply into the knowing that you no longer care when or how your desire appears, that is the moment it begins to materialize. This is why some people manifest the things they no longer care about. Have you ever noticed that the desires you hold most lightly, the ones you do not obsess over, come with ease? This is because there is no resistance, no mental struggle, no energetic blockage. You simply think of them, accept them, and forget about them, and soon they appear. But the things you want the most, the things you worry about, the things you constantly check for, these are the things that take the longest. Not because they are difficult to manifest, but because your own doubt keeps them away. What if for just one day you decided to live as though everything you desire is already yours? What if instead of waiting for things to change before you feel peace, you chose to feel peace first? What if you no longer allowed circumstances to dictate your state, but instead allowed your state to dictate circumstances? If you did this, you would see that life is not happening to you, it is responding to you. You do not need to do more. You do not need to strive harder. You do not need to fight against reality. You only need to relax into the knowing that everything is already done. The doors you once thought were closed will open without effort. The opportunities you once chased will find their way to you. The love, the wealth, the success, the happiness you once believed were distant will become your reality. Not because you forced them into existence, but because you finally allowed them to be. The moment you stop trying, the moment you stop grasping, the moment you stop worrying, everything you have ever wanted will come rushing toward you. Because it was never about chasing, it was always about receiving. It was never about effort, it was always about belief. It was never about forcing, it was always about allowing. And the key to allowing is simple. Relax, let go, trust. And in that effortless state, watch as the universe moves in ways beyond your imagination to bring you everything you have ever desired. The nature of creation has always been effortless. The stars did not struggle to shine, the sun did not force itself to rise, and the rivers did not labor to carve their paths. Everything in existence moves with a natural flow, an ease that allows life to unfold perfectly. Yet, somewhere along the way, humanity was taught that effort and struggle are the only means to attain anything. This is the great illusion, the false belief that keeps so many trapped in cycles of disappointment and frustration. Look at the moments when you have received exactly what you wanted without struggle. Think of the times when the perfect opportunity arrived unexpectedly, when someone gave you exactly what you needed without you even asking, when a problem you once worried over resolved itself without your interference. These moments were not accidents. They were glimpses into how life is meant to be. But instead of trusting that this is the natural way of things, most people convince themselves that these experiences were rare exceptions rather than the rule. What if the effortless manifestation of your desires was not an anomaly but a constant? What if, instead of viewing success, wealth, love, and happiness as things you must tirelessly pursue, you saw them as things that are already seeking you? The only reason they seem distant is because you have placed yourself in a state of resistance. The moment you release that resistance, the moment you surrender your doubts and fears, the things you have been chasing will begin to chase you. There is no struggle in receiving, only in resisting. Imagine for a moment that you are standing in a river, trying to walk against the current. Every step is difficult, every movement exhausting, and no matter how hard you push forward, the force of the water pushes back against you. This is how most people live their lives, constantly battling, constantly striving, constantly exhausting themselves in an attempt to control outcomes. But now imagine what would happen if you simply stopped resisting and allowed yourself to flow with the current. Instead of fighting, you would be carried effortlessly to exactly where you need to be. This is the state of allowing, the state where manifestation becomes effortless. The reason some people seem to attract everything they desire with ease is not because they are lucky, nor because they possess some secret knowledge that others do not. It is because they have mastered the art of surrender. They do not fight against reality, they shape it from within by aligning themselves with the feeling of already having what they desire. The ones who struggle the most are often those who believe they must see proof before they can believe. But manifestation does not work this way. The external world does not shape your inner world shapes the external. If you need evidence before you can believe in something, you are placing power outside of yourself, and in doing so you are making yourself a slave to circumstances. The true creator does not wait for proof. They believe first, and because they believe, proof appears. Many will hear these words and say, "But I have believed, I have tried, I have done everything I can to convince myself that my desires are already mine, but nothing has changed." And the truth is, they have not truly let go. Somewhere in their mind, they are still waiting, still checking for signs, still wondering when it will happen. This is not true belief. This is hoping, wishing, and waiting. True belief has no urgency, no need to check, no fear of delay. It rests in the certainty that what is desired is already done. Think of a time when you ordered something online. You placed the order, received confirmation, and then went about your day without worry. You did not call the company every hour to ask if your package was on its way. You did not doubt whether it would arrive. You simply expected it. And because you expected it, you acted accordingly. You did not question whether the process would work, you trusted it. This is the same level of certainty you must bring to the manifestation of your desires. You must know without a shadow of a doubt that what you seek is already coming to you. But most people do not treat their desires this way. They place an order with the universe, but instead of trusting that it will arrive, they doubt, they worry, they try to interfere with the process. They ask, why hasn't it come yet? What if it doesn't work? What if I did something wrong? And in doing so, they cancel their own requests, sending out mixed signals that keep their desires in a state of uncertainty. The moment you stop questioning, the moment you stop checking, the moment you stop needing evidence before you believe, you unlock the flow that allows everything to come effortlessly. But this requires a deep level of relaxation, a trust so profound that you no longer even concern yourself with when or how your desires will appear. You simply live as though they are already yours. This is why some people manifest their desires effortlessly while others struggle. It is not because some are more deserving than others, nor because some are more capable. It is because those who manifest with ease do not resist. They do not stand in their own way with doubt, fear, or anxiety. They assume the feeling of already having, and because they assume it, reality conforms to match their inner state. There is a reason why desperation repels and confidence attracts. The person who is desperate for love chases it, worries about it, overthinks every interaction, and in doing so they send out a signal of lack. But the one who knows they are already loved, who does not seek validation, who moves through the world with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they are deeply desired, this is the one who effortlessly draws love into their life. The same principle applies to wealth. The one who constantly worries about money, who checks their bank account in fear, who stresses over every expense, affirms their own lack. But the one who feels wealthy, who moves through life as though abundance is already theirs, who does not allow their sense of security to be dictated by numbers, this is the one who attracts financial prosperity without effort. Most people believe that they must take action to manifest their desires. But action is only effective when it comes from a place of certainty. The person who takes action from a state of fear, of lack, of worry, only reinforces those states. But the one who acts from a place of already having, who moves through life with the inner knowing that all things are working in their favor, this is the one whose actions produce effortless results. You do not need to do more. You do not need to try harder. You do not need to force anything. You only need to align your inner world with the feeling of already having, and everything else will take care of itself. The more you relax into this truth, the more you will see evidence of it everywhere. The world you experience is not separate from you, it is a reflection of you. If you do not like what you see, do not try to change the reflection. Change the source. Change your inner state, and the world must conform. The moment you relax, the moment you surrender all doubt, the moment you trust so deeply that you no longer even question, everything will begin to shift. And when it does, you will look back and wonder why you ever doubted, why you ever struggled, why you ever believed that life was anything but effortless. You will see that the universe was never against you, that your desires were never far away, that everything you ever wanted was always within reach. The only thing that kept it from you was your own resistance. But now you know better. Now you see the truth. Now you understand that everything is already yours. There is nothing left to force, nothing left to chase, nothing left to struggle over. There is only one thing left to do. Relax, let go, and allow everything to unfold exactly as it was always meant to. The moment you step into this understanding, you will begin to see the invisible forces that have always been at work in your life. You will recognize that every moment of struggle was never because your desires were beyond reach, but because you were holding them at bay with your own resistance. There is no such thing as a distant dream, no such thing as an impossible goal. There is only alignment or misalignment, resistance or allowing. The one who truly knows this moves through life differently. They no longer react to circumstances, they create them. They no longer beg for what they want, they assume it is already theirs. The entire world is a mirror reflecting back to you the state in which you reside. If you see lack, it is only because you are carrying lack within you. If you experience rejection, it is only because somewhere inside you believe you are not fully worthy. If doors seem closed, it is not because they are locked. It is because you have not yet assumed that you already belong on the other side. The moment you change internally, the external must follow. It has no choice. The world is bound by this law and it operates with absolute precision. Many people hear these truths and immediately try to force their minds into belief. But belief cannot be forced. You cannot trick yourself into alignment through effort. You can only relax into it. This is why so many struggle with manifestation. They turn it into another task, another thing to achieve, another problem to solve. But it was never meant to be difficult. You do not struggle to breathe. You do not fight to digest food. You do not force your heart to beat. It all happens naturally. The same is true for manifestation. It is as natural as the rising of the sun, as effortless as the seasons changing. The only thing that makes it seem difficult is the resistance you introduce by believing it must be hard. There are those who try every method, who repeat affirmations obsessively, who visualize with a sense of desperation, who constantly check their progress as if their desires are uncertain. These individuals do not realize that they are acting from a place of lack. Every forced effort, every anxious thought, every attempt to speed up the process only serves to push their desires further away. The universe responds to your dominant state, not to the words you say or the techniques you use. If beneath your affirmations you are still in doubt, it is doubt that will manifest. If behind your visualizations you are still fearful, it is fear that will shape your reality. True manifestation requires no techniques, no tricks, no rituals. It requires only one thing, the deep, unwavering assumption that what you desire is already yours. Not in the future, not someday, but now. The one who lives in this state does not ask, does not chase, does not beg. They know, and because they know, they receive. Imagine for a moment that you had the ability to see into the future, and you saw that everything you wanted was guaranteed to happen. How differently would you live? You would not stress over timelines. You would not worry about obstacles. You would not doubt for a single moment. You would simply move through life with a quiet confidence, knowing that all things were unfolding exactly as they should. This is the state you must assume now before any evidence appears, because it is this assumption that causes the evidence to appear. People often ask, but what if my reality contradicts my desire? What if things look the opposite of what I want? And the answer is simple. Stop giving so much power to what you see. The world you perceive is nothing but a reflection of your past assumptions. If you continue to react to it, you will only perpetuate the same cycle. But if you choose to withdraw your attention from appearances and remain steadfast in the assumption of your desired reality, the world will have no choice but to shift in accordance with your new state. This is why patience is effortless for the one who understands these principles. They do not need to rush, they do not need to force, they do not need to demand. They know that time is irrelevant, because the moment they assume something to be true, reality begins moving to make it so. And if there is a delay, they do not panic, because they understand that delays are illusions. There is only unfolding, only perfect orchestration, only the divine arrangement of events leading to their inevitable fulfillment. There are those who believe that they must work hard to deserve what they want, that they must prove themselves, that they must struggle to earn their desires. But the universe does not operate on merit. It operates on assumption. It does not reward those who try the hardest. It rewards those who believe the deepest. The one who effortlessly assumes wealth will always surpass the one who works tirelessly but believes in scarcity. The one who assumes love will always find it, while the one who fears loneliness will always reinforce that state. The one who believes in their own success will rise to greatness, while the one who doubts themselves will always find obstacles in their path. It is not about working harder, it is about shifting your state. The one who understands this plays the game of life differently. They do not wait for circumstances to change before they feel happy, abundant, or loved. They feel happy, abundant, and loved first, and then circumstances change to reflect that state. They do not seek validation from others because they validate themselves. They do not fear failure because they have already assumed success. They do not chase opportunities because opportunities are magnetically drawn to them. The greatest secret is that you have always had this power. It has never been outside of you. The only reason you have not experienced all that you desire is because you have been placing your faith in doubt rather than in certainty. You have been assuming lack rather than fulfillment. You have been looking to the external world to confirm your beliefs instead of shaping the external world through your beliefs. Once you see this clearly, you will never again approach life the way you once did. You will no longer seek because you will know that all things are already within you. You will no longer force because you will understand that ease is the true path to fulfillment. You will no longer fear because you will see that nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly denied. Nothing is ever beyond reach. And as you relax into this knowing, as you let go of all resistance, as you move through life with the quiet certainty that all is well, you will witness the world around you begin to shift. The opportunities you once struggled for will present themselves effortlessly. The relationships you once longed for will come naturally. The abundance you once chased will flow to you freely. Not because you forced it, not because you proved yourself, but because you finally allowed it to be. This is the way it has always worked. This is the truth that has been hidden in plain sight. The moment you embrace it, the moment you stop trying to make things happen and instead allow them to unfold, the moment you rest in the deep knowing that what you desire is already yours, your entire world will transform before your very eyes. When you finally let go of struggle, when you stop resisting the flow of life, you will see that everything you have ever wanted was never far from you. It was only waiting for you to relax, to trust, to align with the certainty that it is already yours. Manifestation is not about force, it is about allowing. It is not about effort, it is about belief. The moment you stop chasing and start assuming, the world will shape itself to match your inner state. Nothing is beyond your reach, nothing is ever truly withheld. Only your own resistance keeps it away. But now you know better. Now you see that all is already done. All is already yours. So rest in this knowing. Let go of doubt. Embrace the ease of creation and watch as your reality transforms in ways you once thought impossible. Relax and allow it all to come. Your life is not a series of random events. Every moment, every struggle, every delay, these are not obstacles. They are divine orchestrations leading you toward your greatest breakthrough. You have prayed, you have believed, and yet it may seem as if the door remains closed. But I tell you, the door is not locked. It is simply waiting for the perfect moment to open. The vision you hold in your heart, the promise whispered to you in the quiet of your soul, is not an illusion. It is real. It is already yours. Do not be deceived by the appearance of delay. The world of the senses will tell you that nothing is changing, that your prayers are unanswered, that your faith is in vain. But appearances are shadows, mere reflections of the past. You are not waiting for your breakthrough is waiting for you. It exists now in this moment, and your only task is to align yourself with it. Walk in the certainty that what you have asked for is already done. Feel it, live in it. The moment you accept it as true, it must come to pass. Many have given up just before their blessing arrived. They looked at their circumstances and allowed doubt to creep in. But you must not be shaken. The one who trusts does not waver. The one who believes does not question. Do you not see? God's timing is never early, never late. It is precise. It is perfect. Every trial, every moment of waiting has been shaping you, preparing you for the very thing you desire. What you seek is seeking you, but you cannot grasp it with a mind filled with fear, impatience, or disbelief. You must rest in the assurance that it is done. You must see yourself already in possession of your answered prayer. Do not wait for the evidence. Become the evidence. Hold the feeling of completion so firmly that the world has no choice but to rearrange itself to match the truth you carry within. When the seed is planted, do you dig it up each day to see if it is growing? No, you trust the process. You know that beneath the soil, unseen and unnoticed, life is forming. So it is with your desires. The work is being done in the unseen. God is moving in ways you cannot yet comprehend. And just as the seed breaks through the ground at its appointed time, so too will your breakthrough appear. Hold steadfast to your vision. Do not measure time as the world does, for in the divine realm all is now. What you call waiting, God calls unfolding. What you call delay, God calls preparation. Keep your faith unwavering, your thoughts aligned, your heart expectant. Your breakthrough is not distant, it is here, it is done. Trust. Your breakthrough is closer than you think, closer than the air you breathe, closer than the heartbeat within your chest. It is not in some distant future, not in some far-off place. It is here now, waiting for you to claim it. But you must first believe that it is so. You must first remove the veil of doubt that blinds you to the truth. The truth that God's timing is perfect. The truth that what you have asked for has already been given. The truth that you are not forgotten, not forsaken, not overlooked. The world around you may whisper lies. It may try to convince you that nothing is changing, that your prayers have fallen on deaf ears. But the truth is not found in appearances. The truth is not determined by what you see with your physical eyes. The truth is revealed to those who look beyond, to those who dare to believe in the unseen, to those who trust in the power of the divine promise. When you plant a seed, you do not see the roots taking hold beneath the soil, but you trust that they are growing. You do not question whether the sun will rise each morning, yet you have never commanded it to do so. The same unseen hand that governs the rising of the sun, the same power that causes the trees to blossom in their season, is the same power orchestrating your breakthrough. And just as no force on earth can prevent the arrival of spring, nothing can stop the fulfillment of what has been promised to you. You have already received what you have asked for, but you must awaken to that reality. You must assume the feeling of already possessing it. The moment you embody the state of your answered prayer, the moment you live from the place of fulfillment rather than longing, that is the moment your world must shift to reflect it. You do not wait for change, you become change. You do not seek signs, you become the sign. This is the divine mystery that few understand, yet it is the key that unlocks every door. You are not a beggar in the kingdom of God. You do not have to plead, you do not have to convince, you do not have to strive. The Father knows what you need before you even ask. But He is waiting for you to rise in faith. He is waiting for you to step into the reality of what is already yours. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. Many stand at the threshold of their breakthrough and turn away because they do not see it with their eyes. They believe only what the world reflects back to them, and in doing so they delay their own blessing. But you are called to a higher understanding. You are called to walk by faith, not by sight. If you believe only what your eyes can see, then you are a prisoner to the past. But if you believe in what is unseen, if you hold steadfast to the promise, then you will step into the miraculous. The moment you pray, it is done. The moment you believe, it is yours. But faith does not waver. Faith does not question. Faith does not demand to see before it believes. Faith knows. Faith rests. Faith rejoices before the evidence appears, because it understands that the evidence is inevitable. It is law. It is divine order. The greatest test of faith is not in the asking, but in the waiting. Will you remain steadfast when nothing appears to be changing? Will you hold to your vision even when circumstances seem to contradict it? This is where most give up. This is where many surrender to doubt, allowing fear to take root in the garden of their minds. But if you only knew how close you are, if you only knew that just beyond what seems like delay is the very thing you have been waiting for. You do not need to force it, you do not need to chase it, you do not need to struggle, you only need to receive. Can you receive without resistance? Can you let go of the need to control the how and the when? Can you trust that the same God who breathed life into you is the same God who knows the perfect time to bring forth what you desire? Every delay is divine. Every seeming setback is a setup. What you perceive as a detour is often the direct path to what is meant for you. Nothing is being withheld from you. Nothing is being kept from you. You are simply being prepared, being refined, being positioned. If you were given your blessing too soon, you would not yet be ready to sustain it. If the door opened too early, you might not yet be equipped to walk through it. But God sees beyond what you can see. He knows the appointed time, and He does not make mistakes. Release the need to struggle, release the need to question. Simply align yourself with the knowing that it is already done. If you could see what awaits you, you would not waste a single moment in worry. If you could see how every piece is falling into place, you would not doubt for even a second. But you must walk in that knowing before the evidence arrives. This is the test. This is the refinement of faith. Your thoughts are seeds. Every thought you dwell upon, every feeling you entertain is a prayer sent into the unseen realm. You do not have to say it out loud. You do not have to repeat it 100 times. The universe is listening to what you feel, to what you embody. If you dwell in lack, lack will manifest. If you dwell in uncertainty, uncertainty will multiply. But if you dwell in the fulfillment of what you desire, if you abide in the peace that comes with knowing it is already yours, then nothing can stop its arrival. This is not about wishful thinking. This is about understanding the divine law. What you assume to be true must become true. This is why you must guard your mind. This is why you must be vigilant over your thoughts. Every moment you entertain doubt, you delay your breakthrough. Every time you question, you push it further away. But every moment you live in faith, every time you affirm that it is already done, you accelerate its arrival. You are not waiting for your breakthrough. Your breakthrough is waiting for you. It is waiting for you to step into the version of yourself that already has it. It is waiting for you to embody the joy, the peace, the confidence of someone who knows that what they seek is already theirs. The moment you do this, the moment you become it, the moment you fully trust without reservation, the world must conform to your inner reality. This is the truth that has been spoken through the ages. This is the mystery that has been revealed to those who dare to believe. God does not withhold blessings. He does not delay without purpose. He does not forget his promises. What he has spoken over your life will come to pass, not because you strive for it, not because you force it, but because it is already written. The only thing that determines how soon you see it is your ability to believe it is already done. So stand firm. Do not be shaken. Do not be moved by appearances. What is unseen is more real than what is seen. What is already yours cannot be taken from you. You are on the verge of something greater than you can imagine. Stay in faith. Trust the timing. Walk in the knowing that your breakthrough is not coming, it is here. Your breakthrough is not a distant possibility. It is not something you must chase, nor is it something that requires struggle. It is already within reach, already within you, waiting for your recognition, waiting for your acceptance. But to receive it, you must surrender to the divine flow of life, trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. When you cease to resist, when you let go of worry and step fully into faith, you open the doors for what has always been yours. Most people live in a state of waiting. They wait for signs, for circumstances to change, for external validation that their desires are on the way. But waiting in this manner is a declaration that you do not yet have what you seek. It is an affirmation of lack, a silent prayer of doubt, and as long as you affirm the absence of your breakthrough, it will remain absent. The moment you shift from waiting to knowing, from hoping to embodying, the unseen forces move in your favor. Do not make the mistake of thinking your breakthrough is somewhere outside of you. It is not dependent on another person. It is not waiting for the perfect conditions. It is not something that can be given or taken away by anything external. It is a state of being, a shift in consciousness. And when that shift happens within, the world must adjust to reflect it. If you were told that everything you have prayed for was already guaranteed, how would you feel? How would you act? Would you still worry? Would you still question? Or would you walk in peace, knowing that it is already settled? That is the posture of true faith. That is the confidence of one who understands divine timing. That is the attitude that accelerates manifestation. There is no power in desperation. There is no creativity in fear. When you operate from a place of lack, you cut yourself off from the very blessing you are seeking. But when you shift into gratitude, when you give thanks for what is already yours even before you see it, you align yourself with the frequency of answered prayer. Gratitude is the language of manifestation. It is the song of faith, the bridge between desire and fulfillment. You must begin to see yourself as already possessing what you have asked for. You must feel it as if it were real, because in truth it is real the moment you believe it is done. The moment you accept it without doubt, it becomes yours. This is the key. Not striving, not pleading, but assuming the reality of what you seek. There are those who say they believe, but their actions reveal otherwise. They pray, yet they worry. They declare faith, yet they speak words of doubt. They ask for abundance, yet they focus on lack. They say they trust God's timing, yet they grow impatient. But true belief is unwavering. True trust does not need constant reassurance. It rests in the certainty that what is meant to be will come in the perfect moment. And that moment is never delayed, it is never late. It arrives exactly when it is needed, at the appointed time, in the appointed way. Even the delays you perceive are not delays at all, but preparations. What seems like a closed door is often a redirection. What feels like waiting is often divine alignment. And what appears to be a setback is in reality a setup for something far greater than you imagined. You must begin to walk as if it is already done, speak as if it is already done, think as if it is already done, because when you do, the world must reflect your inner state. It is law, it is divine order. You are the creator of your experience, not through force, but through belief. Not through effort, but through alignment. not through striving, but through resting in the certainty that what you desire is already yours. There is power in stillness, power in silence. When you quiet the mind, when you let go of the need to figure everything out, you make room for divine wisdom to move through you. The greatest breakthroughs do not come through struggle, but through surrender. Not through force, but through faith. Faith does not ask how will it happen. Faith does not demand to see every step before taking the first one. Faith trusts. Faith moves forward even when the path is unclear. Faith stands firm even when circumstances seem to contradict the promise. Because faith knows that what is unseen is more real than what is seen. You are not here to struggle. You are not here to live in fear. You are not here to question whether or not your breakthrough will come. You are here to rise in faith. You are here to declare with confidence that your time is now, not tomorrow, not someday, now. Look around you. Everything you see was once unseen. Everything that exists was once imagined. And, in the same way, your breakthrough already exists in the unseen realm. It is not a matter of if, but when. And when is determined by your ability to believe. There is nothing standing between you and what you desire except your own perception. The moment you remove the mental barriers, the moment you stop looking at the world through the lens of limitation, the moment you fully embrace the truth that it is already done, everything changes. Do not be discouraged by what you see. Do not be moved by what seems to be happening. The physical world is only a reflection of past thoughts and beliefs. But the moment you shift internally, the external must follow. It is law. It is the way of creation. You are not waiting for God. God is waiting for you to step into the version of yourself that already possesses the very thing you seek. Waiting for you to embody the joy, the peace, the confidence of someone who knows that they have already received. So walk boldly, speak with authority, move in certainty. Your breakthrough is not coming, it is here. Trust in the timing, trust in the process, and above all, trust that it is already done. There is no power in hesitation. There is no strength in doubt. Every time you waver between belief and fear, between certainty and worry, you delay what is already meant for you. The moment you stand firm in the knowing that your breakthrough is inevitable, the forces of the unseen move in perfect harmony to bring it into your experience. You must not allow the evidence of the world to dictate what you believe. What you see with your physical eyes is not the final reality. It is merely the shadow of past thoughts, past beliefs, past emotions. If you continue to react to what is visible, you only perpetuate the cycle. But if you respond instead to the unseen reality, if you anchor yourself in the invisible truth that your breakthrough is already here, then the world must shift to reflect that knowing. Many ask, when will my time come? How much longer must I wait? But to ask these questions is to affirm that you do not yet have what you desire. To ask is to acknowledge lack, and to acknowledge lack is to strengthen it. Instead of asking, begin declaring. Instead of waiting, begin living as though it is done. Instead of wondering when it will arrive, step into the consciousness that it already has. There is no distance between you and your breakthrough. There is no separation between you and what you seek. The only thing standing in the way is the belief that it is separate from you. But what if you removed that belief? What if you truly accepted that it was already yours? What if you stopped striving, stopped seeking, and simply received? You have been conditioned to think that blessings must be earned, that manifestations require effort, that you must struggle to achieve what is meant for you, but this is an illusion. Your only task is to align. Your only work is to believe. The moment you release the idea of effort, the moment you stop grasping and start trusting, everything flows with ease. What would you do if you knew without a doubt that your breakthrough had already been secured? How would you act if you fully trusted that the divine has already arranged everything in perfect order? Would you still worry? Would you still stress over timelines? Or would you walk in peace, knowing that what is yours can never be taken from you? It is not a question of deserving. It is not a question of worthiness. You are already worthy. You were born worthy. There is nothing you must prove, nothing you must do to earn the favor that has already been bestowed upon you. The only thing required is that you step into agreement with this truth, that you stop resisting, stop questioning, and simply accept what has been prepared for you. Doubt is a thief. It robs you of the joy that is already yours. It blinds you to the blessings that are already present. Every time you allow doubt to take root, you build a wall between yourself and your breakthrough. But faith tears down every wall. Faith dismantles every barrier. Faith opens the floodgates of abundance, love, healing, and transformation. Your mind is the key. Your consciousness is the bridge. If you want to see change in your life, you must first create it within. You must become the person who already has what you seek. You must think, feel, and act as though your desire is not in the future but in the now. Because in truth there is no future, there is only now. And what you accept in the now determines what you will experience. There is no such thing as delay. There is no such thing as divine reluctance. What appears to be delay is often divine preparation. What seems like waiting is often alignment. You are not being denied, you are being positioned. You are not forgotten, you are being prepared. The very thing you seek is seeking you, but it cannot reach you until you are truly ready to receive it. You cannot hold on to fear and faith at the same time. You cannot cling to worry and trust simultaneously. You must choose. You must decide once and for all that you will no longer entertain doubt, that you will no longer question whether or not your time will come, that you will no longer allow external circumstances to dictate your inner state, because the moment you make that decision, everything shifts. You may not see it immediately, but trust that it is happening. Trust that the very moment you align your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with the reality of your breakthrough, the wheels begin turning in the unseen. Trust that divine timing is never wrong, never late, never failing. There are no coincidences. There is no randomness in divine order. Every moment, every experience, every challenge is leading you exactly where you are meant to be. Even the things that seemed like failures were never failures at all. They were redirections. Even the doors that closed were not losses, they were protections. Even the times when you felt abandoned, you were being held closer than ever. Your faith is being strengthened, your spirit is being refined, and when the moment is right, when your heart is truly prepared, the manifestation will come with such clarity, such perfection, that you will wonder why you ever doubted. You will look back and see that it was always coming, always unfolding, always meant for you. So release the struggle, release the doubt, release the need to control, the timing and the method. Trust that the divine knows exactly what is required, exactly when it is required. Trust that nothing is missing, nothing is lacking, nothing is out of place. Your only task is to remain steadfast. Your only responsibility is to hold the vision, to embody the belief, to align with the truth that what is meant for you is already yours. And as you do, you will witness the miraculous. You will experience the manifestation of what you have long known in your heart to be true. You will see that your breakthrough was never far away. It was always closer than you thought. There is nothing standing between you and the life you desire except the illusion of separation. You have been taught to believe in time, to measure progress by days and years, to count the moments as if they are barriers between you and your breakthrough. But what if time is not what you think it is? What if the future you long for already exists in this very moment? What if the only thing keeping you from stepping into it is your own belief that it is still ahead of you, still distant, still unreachable? The truth is, you are not waiting for your breakthrough. Your breakthrough is waiting for you. It is waiting for you to align with it, to claim it as already done, to stop looking outside of yourself and realize that it has been within you all along. Every thought you think, every feeling you hold, every assumption you carry shapes the reality you experience. When you assume that your blessing is far away, it remains far away. When you assume that divine timing is still preparing it, you unknowingly delay it. But the moment you shift, the moment you accept that it is already here, the moment you embody the knowing that it is done, the doors swing open effortlessly. The world around you is simply a reflection of what you hold within. If you believe that you are lacking, you will see lack. If you believe that you must struggle, struggle will appear before you. But if you believe that you are already blessed, already victorious, already living in the fulfillment of your desires, then the world will mirror that truth back to you. This is not wishful thinking. This is divine law. What you impress upon your inner world must be expressed in the outer world. Most people live their lives reacting to circumstances, allowing what they see to determine what they believe. But this is the opposite of how creation works. You were never meant to be a passive observer of life. You were meant to be the architect of your reality. You were given the power to speak things into existence, to call forth what is unseen, to bring forth the manifestations that have already been established in the divine realm. But to do so, you must first accept that you are worthy of it. You must first know that you are chosen, that you are powerful, that you are divinely supported in all that you do. The reason so many delay their own breakthroughs is not because God is withholding anything from them. It is because they are withholding their own belief. They entertain doubt. They speak words of limitation. They see obstacles instead of opportunities. But the moment they shift, the moment they truly accept that all things are working together for their good, that the plan is unfolding perfectly, that they are already living in answered prayers, everything changes. Your mind is your key. Your imagination is your access point. Every time you close your eyes and see yourself in possession of your desire, you are moving closer to it. Every time you feel the joy, the gratitude, the fulfillment of already having what you seek, you are dissolving the barriers that once stood in your way. But you must hold to this feeling. You must remain in this state of certainty. You must refuse to waver, no matter what the external world tries to tell you. There will be moments when circumstances seem unchanged, when nothing in your physical reality appears to be shifting, but do not be deceived. The moment you plant a seed, it begins to grow beneath the surface, long before you see the first sprout. The moment you align with your breakthrough, divine forces move in ways unseen, orchestrating the perfect series of events, rearranging situations, guiding people and opportunities toward you. Just because you cannot see it yet does not mean it is not happening. The test of faith is in the waiting. The evidence of belief is in your ability to stand firm even when there is no visible proof. Those who truly understand divine timing do not concern themselves with when and how. They simply rest in the knowing that it is already finished. They do not chase, they do not beg, they do not operate from desperation. They move with confidence, with peace, with a quiet assurance that what is meant for them cannot miss them. Fear will whisper lies. It will tell you that time is running out, that you are too late, that you have missed your opportunity. But how can you miss what was divinely appointed for you? How can you be late to a destiny that was written for you before time even began? Do not let the voice of fear dictate your reality. Let the voice of faith be the only voice you listen to. You must walk as though you already have it. You must speak as though it is already yours. You must think, feel, and act in alignment with the reality you desire. This is how mountains are moved. This is how miracles unfold. This is how the unseen becomes seen. There is no force greater than the power of belief. No obstacle can stand against unwavering faith. No delay can outlast divine certainty. If you refuse to let go of your vision, if you hold on to it with unshakable trust, if you persist no matter what, then it must come to pass. It is law, it is truth, it is already done. Now is the time to rise. Now is the time to release every doubt, every fear, every limiting thought that has kept you bound. Now is the time to step into the reality of your breakthrough, not as something distant, not as something uncertain, but as something that is already yours. The moment you decide, truly decide that it is done, the moment you choose to see it, feel it, believe it with every part of your being, that is the moment everything shifts. The moment heaven and earth align to bring forth the manifestation that was always meant for you. That is the moment you will realize that your breakthrough was never far away, it was always right here, waiting for you to claim it. So, craving for you to claim it. You must no longer see yourself as someone waiting for a breakthrough. The moment you do, you create a separation between you and what is already yours. You must see yourself as the one who already possesses it. Not tomorrow, not in the distant future, but now. Right now, in this very moment, you must embody the feeling of already having received it. Because God does not operate in time the way man does. In the divine realm, everything is already finished. Every promise, every blessing, every breakthrough has already been established. It is not about asking God to do it. It is about aligning yourself with what has already been done. You have been conditioned to believe that life unfolds in a linear fashion, that your desires must take time to materialize, that the greater the blessing, the longer the wait. But what if time is only an illusion? What if the moment you truly believe, the moment you shift your awareness, the moment you fully accept that it is already done, that is the moment it becomes your reality? What if the only thing delaying your breakthrough is the very belief that it is still ahead of you? You must no longer live in the mindset of waiting. Waiting implies lack. It implies that something is missing, but nothing is missing. The only thing required is your recognition of what already is. When you shift from the consciousness of waiting to the consciousness of receiving, you open the floodgates. You allow divine timing to bring forth in perfect order that which was always yours. Every delay you perceive is not a delay at all. It is divine orchestration. It is the unseen working in your favor, rearranging what must be rearranged, removing what no longer serves you, aligning every detail to match the vision you hold within. But the greatest mistake people make is assuming that because they do not see movement, nothing is happening. That is why they give up too soon. That is why they question God's timing. That is why they step out of alignment and fall back into the state of longing rather than the state of fulfillment. You must remain unwavering. You must hold to the vision. You must refuse to be moved by what your eyes see and instead stand firm in what your spirit knows. This is the secret. This is the key. The moment you truly accept that it is done, without question, without doubt, without fear, that is the moment your reality shifts. But you must persist. You must refuse to let external circumstances shake your inner knowing. You must walk, speak, and move as though your breakthrough has already happened, because in the divine realm it has. God's timing is not about delay. It is about perfection. It is about divine order. It is about ensuring that what you receive is not only what you desire, but what is best for you. If you knew the full picture, if you saw all the moving pieces, if you understood the depth of what is being arranged for you, you would not doubt for a single moment. You would rest in absolute peace. You would walk in unshakable confidence. You would stop asking, when will it happen? And instead say, thank you, Lord, for it is already done. This is the shift that changes everything. When you thank God in advance, when you live in the awareness that it is already accomplished, you no longer operate from desperation. You no longer beg, you no longer strive, you rest, you trust, you move with assurance. And it is this state of being that allows divine timing to bring forth what has been promised to you. Most people are too focused on time. They watch the clock, they measure their progress, they compare themselves to others, and in doing so they create resistance. They allow impatience to rob them of their peace. But you are called to move differently. You are called to step outside of time, to see beyond what is visible, to recognize that what you seek is already yours in the unseen realm. And when you hold that knowing without wavering, the unseen must become seen. It is law. God is not withholding your breakthrough. It is not something you must earn. It is not something you must struggle for. It is something you must align with. The moment you fully align with it, through your thoughts, your words, your emotions, your faith, that is the moment it appears. That is the moment it becomes tangible. That is the moment everything shifts. You must not allow fear to steal what is already yours. Fear will whisper that it is taking too long. Fear will try to convince you that it is not meant for you. Fear will attempt to plant doubt in your heart. But you must recognize fear for what it is, a distraction, an illusion, a test. Every time fear arises, it is an opportunity to choose faith instead. Every time doubt knocks, it is an opportunity to stand even firmer in the knowing that it is done. You have already won. You are already victorious. You are already standing in the reality of your breakthrough. The only thing left is for you to fully claim it. To claim it not just with words, but with absolute conviction. To claim it with the way you think, with the way you feel, with the way you move through life. This is the difference between those who manifest their desires and those who continue to wait. Those who manifest do not see their desires as distant, they see them as already accomplished. They do not ask, they thank. They do not wish, they know. Your breakthrough is not coming, it is here, right now, in this moment. You need only step into it. You need only accept it. You need only believe without question, without hesitation, without doubt. The moment you do, you will see that it was never far from you. It was always within you. It was always waiting for you to recognize it, to claim it, to step into the reality that was yours all along. There is no need to strive, no need to push, no need to force anything into being. What belongs to you is already written into the fabric of your existence. It is not outside of you waiting for you to reach it. It is within you waiting for you to align with it. The moment you stop seeking, the moment you stop trying to control how and when it will arrive, that is the moment everything flows effortlessly into your life. You were never meant to chase after blessings. You were never meant to beg for what is already yours. You were meant to stand in certainty, to walk in the assurance that what God has promised is already complete. If you could truly grasp this truth, if you could allow yourself to live from this knowing, you would never again experience doubt. You would never again wonder if it will happen, if you are worthy, if it is possible. Those thoughts do not exist in the mind of someone who understands divine timing. Those who walk in divine authority know that what they decree must come to pass. They do not waver. They do not question. They do not hesitate. They declare it done, and because they do, it becomes so. You are being prepared for what you have asked for. This preparation is not punishment. This waiting period is not delay. It is a process of refinement, of alignment, of ensuring that when your breakthrough arrives, you are in full readiness to receive it. Some people receive too soon and are not able to hold on to what was given. They lack the foundation, the wisdom, the strength to sustain the blessing. But that will not be your story. You are being positioned perfectly. You are being strengthened in ways you cannot yet see. You are being refined for a level of abundance, success, and peace that you would not have been able to carry had it arrived any sooner. Your only task is to trust. Trust the unseen, trust the process, trust the divine orchestration that is moving everything into place. The mind will try to interfere. It will attempt to analyze, to question, to control. But your breakthrough does not come through logic. It does not come through overthinking. It comes through surrender. It comes through unwavering belief. It comes through stepping so fully into the feeling of already having received it that the physical world has no choice but to reflect it back to you. Close your eyes and see it now. Not as something you hope for, not as something you wish to happen, but as something already done. Feel the joy of it. Feel the relief of it. Feel the gratitude as though it has already manifested in your life. Hold on to that feeling. Do not let it waver. Do not let circumstances shake you. Do not let external noise convince you otherwise. What you feel deeply, consistently, and unwaveringly must become your reality. It is law. Most people allow what they see to dictate what they believe. They allow the absence of physical proof to convince them that it is not working, that nothing is happening, that their breakthrough is far away. But the truth is, everything begins in the unseen. Everything starts as a seed in the spiritual before it is made visible in the physical. If you plant a seed in the ground and do not immediately see the plant, do you dig it up in frustration? No, you trust the process. You know that below the surface something is happening. The roots are forming, the foundation is being set, the unseen work is taking place, so that in perfect timing it will break through the soil. Your breakthrough is no different. It is already taking form. It is already growing beneath the surface. Just because you cannot see it yet does not mean it is not happening. Just because there is no visible evidence does not mean the promise is not being fulfilled. You must hold firm in the knowing that what is unseen is more real than what is seen. What you feel in your spirit is more true than what you witness with your eyes. Do not allow temporary circumstances to dictate eternal truths. Do not allow passing moments to shake your faith in what is permanent. You were created with power. You were designed to call things into existence. You were given the ability to speak life, to declare things as done before they are seen. This is your divine right. This is the truth that separates those who manifest from those who wait indefinitely. Those who manifest do not hope. They know. They do not wish. They declare. They do not ask repeatedly. They give thanks in advance. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice. You can continue to wait, to wonder, to question, to doubt, or you can step fully into the reality that it is already done. You can decide that your breakthrough is not coming, it has arrived. You can choose to live in the fulfillment of the promise rather than the longing for it. When you do this, when you make this shift, when you stand in complete faith, you will watch as everything falls perfectly into place. Your only task is to remain unwavering, to trust so completely that nothing can move you, to hold on to the vision so firmly that no outside force can shake it from your heart, to carry the feeling of having already received so strongly that the physical world must align to match it. When you do this, when you step into this level of faith, when you walk with the certainty of someone who knows that divine timing is never late, you will look around and realize that your breakthrough was never far away. It was always here, waiting for you to claim it. And so I leave you with this truth. Your breakthrough is not in the distance, not something to be chased, not something uncertain. It is already yours. It is unfolding in divine timing, moving toward you as surely as the sun rises each day. The only thing required of you is unwavering faith, a heart that trusts beyond what the eyes can see, and a spirit that aligns with the reality of already receiving. Walk forward in certainty, stand firm in your knowing. Do not waver, do not doubt, do not let the noise of the world shake what you hold within. The moment you fully accept that what is meant for you is already done, you will see it manifest effortlessly. Your breakthrough is here. Trust it. Receive it, give thanks for it, and watch as it becomes your reality.